Hey there! The cyber threat to small businesses has never been at a higher level than it is right now. And small business owners are in a uniquely exposed position because of the close link between their financial livelihood and the fortunes of their business. Both could be severely impacted by a cyber attack. John Byrne here, entrepreneur, insurance professional, online educator and founder of Surviving Cyber. My goal is to help small business owners and managers who are struggling with today's complex digital environment get to grips with cyber risk. If this is your situation, you're in the right place. This short video series, The Small Business Owner's Introduction to Cyber Risk, will get you started on the right track. Through the 6 videos of the series, I'm going to walk you through some important cyber risk topics so you can prepare for a cyber incident in your business and keep your small business and your people safe. Now, before we dive in, I want to give you access to the free ebook that accompanies this video series. It contains valuable content from the videos and it's full of practical tips that you can implement. You can use the link pages.survivingcyber.com/ebook to get access now. I'll also put that link in the video description below. Now, today we kick off the video series with topic number 1, cyber risk and FAQ for beginners. I hope you're ready to dive in. I'm John Byrne. This is the Small Business Owner's Introduction to Cyber Risk. In this video, I'll deal with these topics. I'll begin with a Cybersecurity 101, where I'll define what we mean by cybersecurity. I'll explain what a cyber attack is. I'll look at why we need cybersecurity, the effect of a cyber incident, and consider whether cybersecurity is really just an issue for big business, or whether it could be an issue for small businesses too. The next section deals with recent reports on cybercrime in Ireland and the UK, and we'll have a look at some of the findings. And we'll finish with some cyber myths and truths which all small business owners should really understand. You might be confused by cyber risk right now, and if you are, you're not alone. Most people who own or manage a small business are concerned about cyber risk in their business. A lot of people are confused by the complexity of the subject and by the large number of solutions put forward by the cybersecurity industry. As the owner of a small business, I understand the small company perspective. And here are a few frequently asked questions about cyber risk that I often get from the small businesses that engage with me. What is cybersecurity? Well, cybersecurity has been defined as a collection of technologies, practices and processes that protect network computer systems from harm or use by unauthorized persons. And so its purpose is to protect the business from cyber attacks, from threats and from risks. So what is a cyber attack? Well, a cyber attack is an offensive action by a malicious actor that's intended to undermine the functions of networked computers and their related resources, including unauthorized access, unapproved changes and malicious destruction. So why do we need cybersecurity? Well, digital transformation has changed the world of small businesses, and in many ways that change has been for the better. However, increased dependence on digital technology has exposed small businesses to higher risk. Small businesses need cybersecurity to try to reduce the number of cyber incidents they suffer and the severe impact that these incidents can have. Because small businesses have limited resources to respond and recover, a cyber incident can easily lead to financial collapse. So what effects can a cyber incident have? Well, there are many possible effects of a cyber incident, and these could include 1. Your websites and your systems being offline for a prolonged period of time. 2. Negative publicity, negative public relations could result for the business. 3. You could suffer ransom demands made by hackers. 4. You could have fraudulent payments being requested and made by the business. 5. The cost of fixing systems and damage and restoring data could be unavoidable. And 6. The liability to third parties, that is, people outside your business, that arise from the incident, well, they could be severe. And this would happen in a data breach, for example, where a small business loses the data of third parties. So is cyber risk only important for big companies? The sad reality is that 60% of small companies go out of business following a cyber attack, and 70% of all cyber assaults occur at businesses with under 100 employees. So small businesses and their leaders should be concerned about attacks by cyber criminals. If they've not yet prepared their business and their people for an inevitable cyber incident, they could be failing in their duties. Are there any recent reports on cybercrime in the UK? Well, yes. The Cybersecurity Breaches Survey, which is an annual survey, the 2022 version from the UK government indicated a number of fairly startling statistics, such as 39% of businesses of all sizes had identified a cyber incident in the last 12 months. And the most common threat vector was phishing, so phishing attempts at 83%. Organizations were citing ransomware as a major threat, with over half having a policy not to pay ransoms. Of all the businesses that identified cyber attacks, over 30% estimated they were attacked at least once a week. 82% of boards or senior management rated cybersecurity as a very high or a fairly high priority. Over half had acted in the last year to identify cybersecurity risks, but limited board understanding of the topic meant that the risk was often passed to outsourced service providers, insurance companies, or some internal colleague to deal with cyber risk. Only 13% assessed the risk posed by their immediate suppliers, saying that cybersecurity wasn't an important factor in their procurement process. Sadly, only 19% of businesses had a formal incident response plan, and 43% of businesses had an insurance policy that covered cyber risk. Only 6% of businesses have Cyber Essentials certification, the UK government scheme, and only 1% have Cyber Essentials Plus certification, the higher level of certification in that scheme. So let's have a look at Ireland and see what the picture is there. Well, the Grant Thornton Ireland Economic Cost of Cybercrime report indicated that 1. The total economic cost of cybercrime in Ireland was €9.6 billion in 2020. And online fraud had increased by 55%. There'd been a 45% increase in the number of phishing complaints, and 36 billion records were compromised in 2020. There had also been a 334% increase in the volume of records compromised between 2019 to 2020. So clearly those statistics would give any small business pause for thought. So do small businesses have a good understanding of their cyber risk? Well, I would say there's a growing understanding amongst the owners and managers of small businesses on the reality of cyber risk and the need to take some action. However, more education is needed to help small business leaders distinguish the truth from the myth. Some of those would be as follows. Myth: cyber is merely an IT issue. Truth: cyber preparedness starts at the top and affects the entire organization. Myth: technology solutions are the silver bullet. Truth: technology is part of the solution but not the entire solution. Myth: regulatory compliance equals security. Truth: regulatory compliance is the bare minimum. Myth: only industries that house sensitive data are under direct attack from cyber criminals. Truth: companies of all sizes across all industries have vulnerabilities to attack. Myth: companies can outsource the function along with the responsibilities and the risk. Truth: companies and their boards of directors are ultimately the owners of cyber risk. Thanks so much for watching today's video. I hope you found it helpful in answering some of these frequently asked questions. Don't forget to register now for the free ebook using the link pages.survivingcyber.com/ebook, or click on the link below in the video description. I hope to see you again soon for video number 2 in the series, where we ask the question, is cyber risk just an IT issue? And we'll dive deeper into the small business owner's introduction to cyber risk.